Hi everybody, it's Jim from County Corvette. I have a 2009 ZR1. This car is 9,118 miles. Now I have known this car since day one. A friend of mine from New Jersey bought it. I have all of the information from where he bought it from, the original dealer. He sold it back in, I believe it was 2011 or so. It only had just over 1,000 miles. It went to a very good personal friend of mine, and he had it up until last year. Then it went to another local customer while he was waiting for his 2020 to come in. I don't think he put 300 miles on it. I got it back, and now I own it. So what I can tell you is it's a very pure car. It's no paint work. We've known this car from the very beginning. We did every bit of service on this car ever. This car's never been raced. It's never been abused. Back in 2012, we were doing, we were getting into the performance, and we did do a pulley and a light tune on it. And I'm going to tell you, the hardest this car's ever been driven is the day we dyno tested it, and we have a video of that. It certainly wasn't abusive or anything. But this car's always been babied. It does have original front tires, and we put the cup tires on the back. As I'm sure you know, if you've driven or heard of any of these cars, friends with them, they don't get a whole lot of traction with the standard Michelins. And it's a shame. I had kept those tires. They were like brand new. I'd kept them for years and years and years, and somebody threw them out. So unfortunately, they're not around. But these cup tires actually get pretty decent traction. And that's what it is. So this is a pure car. You're not going to find too many in better condition. The splitter's not all banged up. It was driven just on perfect days, and that's just what it is. So we also have everything that accompanies this car. Let me give you a quick overview of that. Let me show you. Okay, so we have the factory, I guess it's fleece inside here. Beautiful original ZR1 cover and bag. This is all ZR1 stuff. And then I have a tub here of just phenomenal goodies. So my friend who bought the car originally, he's pretty fastidious. He bought brand new floor mats. These are the originals. The new GM ones are in the car. This was the original dealer, and I have all the promotional material that came with the ZR1, still even in the envelopes to keep them nice. I have a few receipts. This is the receipt for the floor mats. This is the original dealer. Again, these are the rotor covers. They've never been used. There's more original paperwork with the DVD for the navigation, and a few other odds and ends in there, Sirius. And of course, we have a large ZR1 shirt. So if you're not a large, you can't buy the car. Okay, also in here we have the cargo net. And then this is a license plate holder for the front. So there's also a binder here of everything you could want. This car was originally advertised on eBay. We have all these ads, the correspondence, the original invoice. That's a copy of one. The shipping arrangements. This is the car covered or shown in the original dealership. 5 miles on it in the showroom. Just a letter from the original dealer to the first owner. And some original invoices from the original dealer, the original pricing. odometer disclosures. Okay, so then of course we have all the County Corvette records and anything that we've ever done to it. So it's a really well documented, unabused. Oh, I've got the original window sticker here, and just a damn near perfect car. There's no chips on this car, no scratches, and again, it's original paintwork. So you won't find another one out there that's much nicer than this. Really, with the mileage on it, it shows like 1,000 miles, but it was gently driven, and it shows. So we'll take you out for a drive now. Alrighty. Alright, I had this thing running a little bit, and it's starting to come up the temperature. Now, ZR1s, supercharged cars, turbocharged cars, you let them warm up. You let them get up to proper oil temperature before you run it hard. Or you will have a motor that's not going to last very long. These are easy cars to drive. It's really no different than a Z06, really even a C6, generally speaking, with the way it feels. Obviously, once you get in it, you can see the differences. There's profound differences on the outside of the car. As I pointed out earlier, you've got the splitter there. You've got the clear part of the hood. You see the supercharger. It really makes a statement, which was the intent. GM was quite proud of this motor. Engine, for all you guys are going to break my stones for calling it motor. And then on the inside, you've got the gauges. It says ZR1 on the tack. All right. Now with these cup tires, they work best on warm days, but you will pick up little stones, and you'll hear that in the wheel wells. But that certainly beats losing traction at 60, 70 plus miles an hour, because these cars will do it. These things have the power to break the tires loose at speed. So you got to be careful. When these tires are warmed up, these things, they get pretty good traction, and it's a lot of fun to drive. But they're not fun to drive with the tires not warmed up. So make note of that for cold days. You have to know how to drive if you're going to drive one of these cars. This is not a car for neophytes or weak men or ladies. And let me tell you, I have some gals that track ZR1s. So I'm not going to say it's a man's car, because that would be unfair. I've got some women that can drive pretty damn well, better than me probably. But it's a smooth car. This one has absolutely no vibrations or anything. Smooth as silk. But these cars are not for the faint of heart. You really need to know how to. You need to be a competent driver if you're going to get behind the wheel of it. So make a note of it. Take a driving class. There's a lot to learn, and nothing to be embarrassed about. Go out to one of the schools in Las Vegas, and it's a lot of fun. I warn you, though, you'll probably get hooked on racing, and that's not an inexpensive hobby. But this is the car to do it in. But again, this car has never been tracked in any way, and that's what it was intended for. So this thing should be around a long time. Because like I said, it's showing 9,000, but it really shows like 1,000 miles. I mean, there's just simply no wear on this thing. So it's a lot of bang for the buck. Now these cars are starting to really pop in price as well, for good reason. It's the last super Corvette with, you know, with a front engine. So it's the last of the era. These things are starting to appreciate like the 435s did back in the 80s. All right, now we're going to get on this thing a little bit. Red line 6,500. I'm going to ease into it because it'll just burn the tires. Like I said, I'm not trying to do that either. It just, you know, it's a lot of power. So it's a car to be respected. It's a lot of fun. I like driving this thing. You know, I would own this car, actually. This is one of the best cars in its price range, you know, ever. Because this thing will walk away from damn near everything. I mean, this thing will smoke a 2020, by the way. I mean, there's no contest. The 2020s get pretty good traction, but I mean, this thing just makes, you know, gobs of power, and it's just going to walk away from it. So these ZR1s are special cars. They were special cars when they were new. They were special cars in 1970 when they came out. It was a braking option. So available on the LT1. So it was a special car then. It was a special car when it came out here in 09, and the 19 is a really special car. Get your hands on one of them if you can. But the ZR1s, you're going to see people collecting these things. They're already starting to, and this is a car that you can still drive a little bit, but it's got great long-term perspective, you know, collectability. These things have gone up $5,000 to $10,000 in the past year, and they're going to continue to climb. So this is a damn good one, as good as you're going to find with this mileage on it, and perfect colors. So thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.